If you want to make $30,000 a month coaching athletes online, then it's vital that you properly price your program and deliver a high quality service to, number one, make enough money to make $30,000 a month, and then number two, deliver the highest quality training to your athletes so that way you can actually change their lives. And in this video, I'm going to walk through the step-by-step process that you need to take in order to properly price and deliver your online sports coaching program to make $30,000 per month. If this is your first time here, my name is Nick Neville. I run an online consulting company called Just Coach, where we help sports coaches achieve time and financial freedom by implementing the online mentorship model so they can train more athletes, make more money, and live a life of way more freedom. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Got an absolute banger for you guys. How to price and deliver an online sports coaching program to make over $30,000 a month. Now, for a little bit of context, okay? Oftentimes, people will always ask the question, Nick, what do I charge for my program? What do I give inside of my program? Who should I go after inside of my program? What should I offer? Should I use an online coaching software? Don't worry. I am going to answer all of those questions in this video. And after working with nearly 500 sports coaches across a dozen different sports, we've really boiled it down to a couple simple steps, okay? So without further ado, let's dive in. Now, when it comes to actually pricing and delivering your online coaching program, the first thing that we need to think about is the actual athlete that we want to serve. Okay, it sounds so simple. Yeah, duh, Nick, duh. I want to make sure that I'm serving athletes with my online sports coaching program, of course. Now, I want to get a little bit more specific on the type of athlete that I want to work with. The reason why I want to get specific with the athlete that I want to work with is because, here's the thing, not every athlete is willing to invest, okay? So we want to go after somebody who's willing to invest. Now, if you know anything about what I teach inside of any of my content, I like to charge a premium price, a high ticket price for an online sports coaching program. Now, you might be asking, Nick, what is a premium price? Don't worry. I'll get into that here in a second, okay, in the next section. But what's really important to note is that we need to know that we're going after an athlete that's willing to invest, okay? And typically, they have extra money. Now, what is the biggest indicator for somebody who's willing to invest and has extra money? Well, most likely, they're already investing in training, okay? Why do we want to go after and work with athletes who are already investing in training, okay? Well, just think about it. It is way easier to convince somebody to, let's say you're trying to convince somebody to buy a different brand of bat, okay? You're trying to switch somebody from a DeMarini to a Bone Saber hybrid. I think it's a Combat, right? Okay, you're trying to switch somebody from a DeMarini to a Combat. It's very easy, or it's easier to get somebody to take their money from spending it over here and just putting it over here, okay? It's much more difficult to get somebody to spend money for the first time. If somebody is not already investing in training, I'm gonna add that right here. If somebody is not already investing in training, then your job selling an online coaching program to them is now convincing them that they should be spending money on training. That is a much more difficult sale. That is a much more difficult argument to make than to somebody who's already spending their money on, let's say, an in-person, like if you're a hitting coach, they're spending their money on a hitting coach and a mental coach and a weight training coach and this and that, okay? If you can consolidate all of that into your offer, which I'll get into here in a second, it's much easier to target that type of person. And they have extra money. They're already investing it into training, okay? Because if you want to make enough money as an online coach or just a coach in general, you have to charge a premium price. If you do not charge a premium price, you will forever be poor as a coach, which, yes, I think in the past, people have just accepted that as a sports coach, you're going to be poor. Now, with online coaching, that doesn't have to be the case, okay? And we can give a very high ticket, high touch premium service if we go after the right people who are willing to invest in training, they have extra money, they are a serious athlete. Okay? Now, I have seen people have success with a younger demographic, let's say ages 6 to 14. But it's very seldom. If you want to maximize the probability that you have success as an online sports coach, the older the athlete that you go after, okay, the older the athlete that you go after, the more money that you're going to charge. You want to think about sports as a pyramid, okay? At the bottom of the pyramid, this is like 6 to 14, then it's 15 to 18, then it's 19 to 22, and then all the way here at the top you have like pros, like the highest level pros, okay? So as you go up this pyramid, you can charge more money. And even within each of these subsections of this pyramid, on the upper echelons, the more serious somebody is, the more money you could charge. The sweet spot that I've found for most people is right in here. Okay, for the average online sports coach, you want to go after high school, like serious high school athletes or current college athletes who are trying to become the next level player. They're either in, let's say, mid-tier college and they want to become a pro, or they're pretty serious in high school and they want to be a really good college or professional player, okay? That is where I have seen you can charge enough money and also get the best results, because if you think about it, with an online coaching program, you are relying heavily on the athlete, and we'll get into the actual delivery of the program. You're relying heavily on the athlete to take accountability over their career. Now, the two best ways to have a highly accountable athlete are, number one, charge enough money to where it stings, and then number two, go after an athlete who wants it anyway. Go after an athlete who wants it anyway, okay? So, this is the type of athlete that we need to be going after, okay? They're serious. Can we still go after kids that are younger? Yes, but in my opinion, you're gonna have a much more difficult time making sales for your online coaching program, okay? So that is the type of athlete that we need to be going after for our online coaching program. Okay, now you might be asking, Nick, what should I charge and what should I offer? Well, that's what we're going to dive into next. Okay, and I know I kind of opened a couple loops for you, so I'm going to close them right here, and then at the end we'll talk about the actual delivery of the online program. Okay, so with that being said, what is the actual offer? What does the offer for the program look like? Okay, now when I say offer, I'm not just saying like here's a list of services that we're going to provide to this athlete. What I am saying is we're helping a specific person achieve a specific outcome in a specific time frame for a specific price. Okay, so we want to be as specific as possible, and I know I just used the word specific 4 times here, and I'll explain why, okay? So, we want to go after one specific athlete in all of our marketing, and we want to build our entire program and price our program for that one person, okay? The reason why is that's going to create magnetic marketing, and we're going to get the right types of athletes reaching out to us who are willing to pay this premium price, okay? So, components of the offer, premium pricing, okay, is absolutely vital. I need to get a new green marker here. Premium pricing is absolutely vital if you want to make $30,000 a month coaching athletes online. I mean, think about the math, okay? If you charge, let's say, $500 for your online sports coaching program, and you want to make $30,000 a month, well, you're going to need to make 60 new sales per month. Or you could charge $3K and make 10, not including any retentions, renewals, or anything like that, which is super uncommon amongst the clients that we work with inside of our coaching program, Remote Training University. Okay? So, a specific person, a very specific person with a specific outcome. Okay? Let me give you a prime example. I work with a client who is a speed coach, and he helps high school baseball players improve their sprint mechanics and drop their 60 time by half a tenth in 12 weeks or less, okay? And he charges about $3,500 for that program. He might actually do it in 6 months, now that I'm thinking about it, okay? But if you look, he's helping high school baseball players who aren't very fast, where speed is the number one thing holding them back. They're already investing in coaching, okay? They're already investing in a hitting coach and this and that. So his program is $3,500 for 6 months, drop 0.5 off 60. I'm just going to cross that out. That didn't make any sense. Okay, so his offer is $3,500 for 6 months, drop 0.5 off your 60, okay? If you're an in-person coach and you're trying to figure out what does my first online offer need to look like, just take your hourly rate and multiply it by 5, okay? So essentially what you're doing is you're taking 1 hour per week and then you're adding an hour on top of it. So if you charge $100 an hour, then your offer should be $500, and then you could start out with a 3 to 6 month program. So you want to charge somewhere between $1,500 and $3,000. If you're just starting out, you don't have a big brand, you don't have a social media presence, you've never done online coaching before, you are better off undercharging for your services, getting testimonials, and then marketing those testimonials to stair-step your price up, so that way you believe in the increased price point, and also it's a decreased risk for the athletes who are coming to you because you have a ridiculous amount of proof. Okay, but we need to be charging a premium price. Okay, we need to be charging a premium price. This client, his name is Adrian, makes $30,000, $40,000 a month. He'll maybe do over $50,000 this month in August selling this offer, okay? Because he has so much margin to scale. He signs, let's say, 10 clients in a month, he's making $35,000 a month. If you charge $500 or $1,000, you're making $5,000 or $10,000. And to some of you guys out there, that may be absolutely life-changing, and that's great. But this video is for somebody that wants to make $30,000 a month coaching athletes online, that wants to make actually really good money doing this. They don't want to just get by with coaching. They don't want to just be okay. They want to make really good money. They want to have a big impact. They want to have team members. That is what this model is designed to help you do. Okay? So a specific person, a specific outcome, a specific time frame at a specific price. If you're a beginner, charge less than what you think that you need to for 3 months. That's the lowest ask, right? But I wouldn't go any less than 3 months, because the thing is, you need to actually help these athletes get results. If you're working with them for 6 weeks, how much of a really big result can you really get with these athletes, right? Everybody knows that getting better at anything comes with reps, comes over time. Okay, so the longer time frame you can work with an athlete, it's just like people inside of my program. The clients that I've worked with for 12 months, 24 months, like I literally just had a client, his name's Omar, runs a recruiting company. He just did over $1 million cash collected total since we started working together. We've worked together for, I think, about 2.5 years now. Okay, and he just crossed over $1 million total cash collected, which is absolutely incredible. Okay, and he's continued to get better and better and better, and I've given him a $50,000 a month trophy. If I only worked with him for 6 weeks, would he be where he's at right now? I don't know, maybe, but we continue to work together and keep him on the right path so he gets better results. Just like your athletes, the longer that you work with them, the better results that you're gonna get. Eventually, you should be looking to charge for at least a 6-month program. Ideally, eventually, you start charging for a 12-month program for like $500 a month, but you charge it at a $6K upfront price point, okay? My most successful clients are charging $5K plus. Some of them $3K, absolute minimum $3K, but a lot of them $5K plus, okay? And that happens because they have a really specific offer. They're going after the athlete that can afford it, and if they make this transformation, if they achieve this outcome, okay, if they achieve the outcome, it is worth way more in excess than $6,000, okay? That's how you need to think about it. You shouldn't be thinking about, oh, should I price like per hour? Should I price per how many different things that I'm delivering to these athletes? That is not how you should be thinking about this, okay? Think about it like this. If I gave you a pill And after swallowing that pill, you were making $30,000 a month coaching athletes online, and it was sustainable, and you were doing it every single month, and it was easy, and you knew exactly what you needed to do. How much would that pill be worth? It'd be worth at least 30 grand, right? Probably 100 grand. Like, think about how much that pill would actually be worth. Would you care how much time it took me to deliver to you? Would you care how much time it took me to make the pill? Would you care about any of that? How hard it was for me to make the pill? No. All you would care about was the fact that you could get the result. So if we think about that exact same principle, that's how we need to price our program. That's how we need to think about the offer. And that's how we need to think about who we want to help inside of our online coaching program. Because at the end of the day, you're never going to make a really good amount of money coaching athletes online by just selling your time or selling the program or selling video analysis. Those are all things that are components to help the athlete get the outcome. But that is not what the sale should be about. The sale should be about the outcome, and you go after an athlete where the outcome is in excess, way excess value of the price that you charge. Okay? We're not just trying to charge a premium price just to rinse people's pockets. We're trying to charge a premium price because we're delivering premium services for premium outcomes for the highest level athlete that we can. Okay? And if you understand what I just said, that is absolute sauce. Write that down. Now, lost my little rag. Okay, we need, Colin, I think we need to clean this. We need to clean these rags. Okay? But now that we understand, hopefully, how to actually price and create an offer, let's talk about what it actually looks like and what you should be delivering inside of your coaching program. Okay? Now, keep in mind what is most important when it comes to an online coaching program is that we're helping athletes get results. Okay? We are helping athletes get results. So, everything that I'm saying, preface it under that. Okay? If we want to create an online program, the first thing that I'm going to say every single time, if you watch a lot of my stuff, custom daily plan. Okay, ask yourself this question. If I could see this athlete every single day and I woke up next to him, like pause, not like that, but I woke up next to him and I could spend every single minute of every single day with this person, what would I have them do? What would I have them eat? What would I have them read on a daily basis? What would would I have them walk a certain amount? Would I have them run a certain amount? Let's say you're a hitting coach. What would their hitting routine look like? Okay? If you could be with them every single hour of every single day, what would you have them do? That's what their custom daily plan is. Because the thing about online coaching is you now have the ability to deliver a plan to somebody that outlines what they should be doing every single day. Okay? It's like, this is why it's so important to go after the most serious elite athlete that you possibly can. Because this takes a high level of accountability to follow. This is also why you should charge a premium price. Because if you're not charging a premium price and you're not going after the most elite athlete that you can who's actually serious and committed, you are not going to get people to follow the program, aka you're not going to get people to get results, aka you're a scammer, right? We don't want to be a scammer. We actually are in this to help athletes change our lives, and as a result, we can get compensated exceptionally well for it. It all comes back to making sure that we have a custom daily plan. Ask yourself, if I could be with this person every single day, what would I have them do? Okay? The second thing that we're going to do, video analysis. Now, a lot of people overcomplicate what video analysis is. I'm going to give you a couple different examples of what video analysis could be. Number one, it is an analysis of their throw, of their swing. If you're a quarterback coach, maybe you watch them do a drill and they're like sitting there practicing their footwork. If you're a soccer coach, maybe you're watching them do a specific drill with their ball skills, okay? If you're a baseball hitting coach, maybe you're watching their swing in the cage, okay? So technical analysis of a drill. The second thing that you could do is you could do game film analysis, okay? If you're a hitting coach, then you could do a swing breakdown of their swing in game, okay? Or you could do an at-bat breakdown where you watch the entire at-bat and you go, okay, what were you thinking here? And you can do this live on a call with them, or you can do this asynchronously, AKA they send you the video, you do the analysis, and then you send it to them and you give them feedback on that, okay? If you're a quarterback coach, you could just break down film. I'm sure you're super used to doing that, okay? If you're a soccer coach, I have a client inside of my highest level program right now, and he does really high level match analysis with his clients. He helps center mids who want to become Division I prospects. He was a Division I team captain. I think he's pretty qualified to help his athletes get results, right? And he does match analysis, okay? He also does the custom daily plan. Now, another thing that we're going to be doing is we want some sort of communication cadence. Now, this communication cadence could be weekly calls, it could be messaging on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis, okay? But we want all of these things to kind of blend together. Now, I'm gonna give you guys the next bit here. Weekly check-in form. This is an absolute game changer, okay? And I'm just gonna put together like a little sample program for you guys so that way you guys can really understand, okay? So Monday through Friday, I'm gonna have a custom daily plan for my athlete to follow. Every Friday, they are due to send me a video. On Tuesdays, I'm going to send them a text message to remind them to do the video analysis that is due on Friday. Or I'm sorry, to send video for the video analysis that I'm gonna do on Friday. Every Monday or every other Monday, we're gonna get on a call and we're gonna review their plan and make sure that everything is good. Or I could even do that once a month. And then every single week on Friday, when they submit their video analysis, they're also going to submit a weekly check-in form with that. The weekly check-in form is gonna ask things like, how was your week? Do I need to make any changes in your program? Rate how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. Rate your compliance on a scale of 1 to 10. Do we need to make any changes? Like, tell me anything that you need to know. I probably just repeated myself there. But anyway, point being, that's what we're trying to figure out on a weekly check-in is like, how are you doing? Essentially, how are you doing? Whatever you need to know in order to continue to make your plan for your athlete, those are the questions that you're gonna ask. And obviously, if you want me and my team's help to learn exactly what you should be doing for your athletes, you can check out the link in the description for our program, Remote Training University, okay? So once we have these 4 things, the best thing we could do is put this on an online coaching software. And we have a partnership with an app called Connect. I love plugin Connect because they are awesome, okay? You could also use a stack of a bunch of different software, okay? But Connect is the software that we like. You could also use like, I don't know, Coach IQ. I know there's a guy that we talked to the other day who's using Coach IQ. You could use Google Sheets if you want to do it for free. You could use School. You could use Trainerize. There are a bunch of different software, okay? Do not get hung up on the software. Do not get hung up on the software. So many people are like, oh, but I just want to know what software to use. It's like you are worried about the complete wrong thing. How are you going to get clients? What are you going to charge? What does your marketing strategy look like? What does your sales process look like? Do you have all of this dialed in your program? The answer is probably not. The software is the least important thing, okay? So, with that being said, this is how to price and deliver your online sports coaching program to make over $30,000 per month. Number 1, as a recap, we need to make sure we're going after the right athlete. Somebody who's willing to invest, somebody who takes their training seriously, somebody who has proven that they have extra money and they want to actually get a big outcome. And as a result of getting that big outcome, there is a big payoff. Number 2, we need a really good offer for a specific outcome, specific price, specific person for a specific time frame. Obviously, my opinion, the more you can charge, the better. $1,500 for 3 months minimum, $3K plus for 6 months. Ideally, one day you go to a 12-month program for $5 or $6K plus to go after the most premium athletes that you can. We deliver a premium result for a premium price through a premium service. That is how you make $30,000 a month. Then you deliver it through a highly custom, highly tailored online sports coaching program to get real life-changing results with your athletes. For the right person, this is a win-win scenario, okay? If you're a sports coach and you want to learn how you can work with me and my team inside of our program, Remote Training University, you can check out the link in the description. We got an event coming up here in Nashville, Tennessee. Would love to see you there. Okay. Otherwise, if you just want to continue to watch these videos for free on YouTube, that's cool with me too. Anyway, hopefully you got a ton of value out of this. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.